Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, a basketball court is in a rectangular form. The court is 28 meters long and 15 meters wide. Steve crosses the court diagonally. How many meters does Steve travel? So, what is it that I'm looking for? Well, we're looking for the distance that Steve travels if he goes from one side or one corner of that court to the opposite. So basically, that's the distance that I'm looking for. Okay. Now, I want you to keep in mind that even though that's a rectangle, you can actually make a triangle if I use only these three sides. Is that right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you want to make a triangle, miss? Well, because remember that we have this special formula that we can actually use to find any missing sides of a right triangle, okay? And that one is called the Pythagorean theorem. Is that right? Does that ring the bell? Okay, so what we're going to do is we need to find the formula for that, right? So the Pythagorean theorem is a special kind of formula that shows you the relationship between all three sides. Two of them called the legs, which are the ones that I highlighted in blue, and they're called legs because they make your right angle, okay? The longest side is my diagonal, which is the hypotenuse, okay? Hypotenuse is always going to be the longest side of the three sides of your right triangle, okay? So this is the formula that we're going to use. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, okay? And the question now is, where do I write the label? So who's A squared? Or who's A and B? So A and B are the legs. So A and B are the ones who make your right angle. So I can choose either one to be A or B. So I would choose 28 meters to be A. This will be my B. Okay. And C, of course, is the opposite side that, if you notice, is kind of across my right angle, right? Can you guys see that? Let me change the color. This is my right angle, and if I look across, I do see my diagonal, right? That is my hypotenuse, okay? So I write C for that one, okay? So what about if we go back and replace values here? So A is going to be 28 meters, so I'm just going to write down 28 to the second power. We know, keep in mind, we're using meters as units. B is 15 squared and equals C squared. Okay, so if you input 28 to the second power on the calculator, you get 784 plus 225 equals C squared. Okay, so if you add 784 plus 225, you are gonna get 1009, and that is equals to C squared. Now, please don't tell me that that's the answer. Okay, because 1009 is not just C, it's actually C to the second power. So to find the C, to make this one look like this one that is up here, I will need to find the square root on both sides. That's how I get rid of the second power. Okay, so this cancels. So C is going to be equals to, if you input 1009 in the calculator, you're going to get 31.76. But since I'm using meters for units, my answer will be 31.76 meters. Okay, and that will be the distance that Steve travels from one corner of the court to the other side of the basketball court. Okay, and notice how 31.76, it is slightly higher than 28, because we agree that the hypotenuse, which is C, it's always going to be the longest side for us. Okay, so my answer for this will be letter C. I did get 31.76. Okay, so if you want to, we can go back and remember, this is something that it can help you. A, we replace it with 28, which is right here. Okay, then I chose B as 15 to the second power. So that's the number that is here. Okay, so remember, A and B won't matter, but C does. C has to always be the diagonal or the one that is opposite of the right angle. So that's our answer.